Morning, America. Busy day. So, who are you going to vote for? It's alright. You can tell me. I'm British. It's fine. Doesn't even matter. Plus, we're very good at keeping secrets. Is it going to be the racial communists? Or is it going to be, well, the Donald, the giant orange dick? Who, for all of his faults, which are really not nearly so many as the media claim, seems to have done a pretty good job throughout his presidency. You don't hear much of it. There is a website that's sprung up called promiseskept.com, which has a list of some of the things that have been achieved throughout his presidential term, and on the whole seems to be pretty good. He may have over boasted a little bit about some of the things with regards to manufacturing jobs and things like that. But on the whole, it seems that he has reduced immigration, increased employment, brought industry back to the US, said sod off to China, and generally tried to restore a little bit of pride and patriotism in the American people and the American country. And around the world, people, America it's always been relevant. We've kind of watched it tear itself apart over the past 4 years over Donald Trump. We get a very one-sided view of Trump. Everyone I know gets a very one-sided view of Trump from our own media sources. It's basically like CNN everywhere in terms of orange man bad. Anyway, I don't want to go into that topic. So Trump is patriotism, he is freedom, he is no more lockdowns, no more corona hysteria. He's about restoring the American institutions. He's about holding to the Constitution, history, preserving history, more statues, building a garden of heroes, prosecuting Antifa rioters, shutting down critical race theory, preventing illegal immigration, and generally, when he first got elected, people talk about, is he going to wind America back 50 years? Doesn't sound like such a bad thing now, does it? Some people have said that maybe he's a bigot or a racist or a misogynist or whatever. I don't think there's any evidence for those claims. Certainly not the bigoted, racist ones. He might be a little bit misogynist, but I think, frankly, with the onslaught of feminism, our society can maybe use a little bit of non-mean misogynism returning to it. So that's your boy Trump. What about your boy Biden? Or perhaps more appropriately, your girl Kamala? Kamala? Don't know. So their platform is basically racial communism. They're talking a lot about racial politics. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Biden gaffes about that, but they're certainly courting the identitarian politics, the racial politics, and then also the communist politics. They're talking about increasing taxes, taxing billionaires, millionaires, whatever, redistribution of wealth, equity. Kamala has just come out saying equity, which is a really, you may not know it, but that's a really scary word, a scary, scary word, because equity means if you're running fast, we're going to slow you down. Equity means everyone being reduced to the level of the lowest person. It means equal outcomes. So everyone becomes poor. basically, is the answer to equity. It doesn't, that's communism. Communism doesn't make everyone wealthy. Communism makes everyone poor. And you can look at every single communist country. You can look at, my word, you can look at like Maoist China, you can look at like Pol Pot's Cambodia and Vietnam, you can look at the USSR, you can look at Cuba, you can look at Venezuela. And I know some people would say, oh, but China seems to be doing very well. Yeah, except for the organ harvesting and the concentration camps and the total state surveillance and the fact that they are half capitalist anyway. But I mean, man, do some research on China. It's bad. It's a really, really bad place. The other thing on that note that the Democrats are massively in favour of, it seems, is censorship and big tech and the corporations and Amazon, who have all benefited massively due to the overwhelmingly Democrat policies of lockdown, of corona hysteria, of keeping people in their homes, of losing jobs, of economic collapse. And you got people like Jack Dorsey who want to literally censor political speech, doesn't want you to have a free voice. Facebook and Google, very, very similar. They're manipulating algorithms, they're manipulating search results to smear their political opponents. They were all involved in the suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop, which is still being suppressed to this day, still. People on CNN or ABS or whatever other alphabet soup network you're following are claiming that, oh, it's all been discredited. No, it hasn't. It's absolutely true. Nobody's denied it. Biden has not denied it. Democratic Party has not denied it. It's all true. Biden is absolutely manifestly corrupt. He's been doing backhand deals for decades, I should think. Nobody ever got rich by being an honest politician, did they? At least Donald Trump got rich before he became a politician and has lost money in office, which, gosh, if anything should be a sign that he's not corrupt, that would be it. The fact that he's not actually profited from being in office. So it seems. So, back to the point. This election is really it's a referendum on all the issues that have been talked about in America for a long time, and the core question of whether America is a good country founded on good principles, and that the Constitution should be something to aspire to. If you believe that's the case, then voting Trump is a logical choice, because he wants to preserve all of that. He wants to preserve Americanism. He wants to educate people about American exceptionalism and restore the faith in the Constitution, restore patriotism, restore the flag, all of that good stuff. If, however, you believe that America is broken from the very onset, that the Constitution is flawed, that capitalism is flawed, I mean, God, I hope you're not a businessman, that the entire system is somehow structurally unfair or unequal or racist or whatever, and is preventing people from succeeding, and that communism is a much better idea, then you would vote for Joe Biden and the Democrats. If you do that, then I think that you are very uninformed on what communism will bring. I mean, even communism light, socialism, right? This California, 62% taxes. What's that going to feel like? What's it going to feel like? You make whatever, you make $10 an hour, and then you actually only make $4 an hour. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, our taxes are high in Britain. My taxes are high. I pay like 40% taxes or something, and that's a joke. 60%. I mean, no wonder 50 Cent is angry. 60+% taxes is just unreal. It's disgusting. So that, and what's going to happen to the racial politics? You think you're going to be able to get a job if you're white? It's already happening in Britain. People are being turned down from jobs because of their skin colour, because it's white. That's not conjecture, that's a fact. There have been lawsuits about it. Anyway, when this election is over, tomorrow, you are going to see the masks slip. I personally believe that Trump will win. But whether he wins or whether he doesn't win, the Democratic Party are going to go mental. You're going to see what they really are about. You're going to see rioting. You're going to see destruction. If Trump wins, they might try and secede from the United States. They might try and actually say, we're doing a revolution. Because they don't believe in the democratic process. It's absolutely true. You see it all with the confirmation of Amy Coney Barrett, like how they don't believe in democracy, they only believe in power. That's why they're talking about packing the court, because they lost. They lost in a democratic election with a democratic process, and so as a result they want to change the rules. They want to change the rules so they can't lose, regardless of democracy. I mean, it's scary. It's scary stuff. And if you believe in democracy, you should be scared by the Democratic Party. But I think Trump will win. And I think there'll be riots. And I think there will be challenges. And I think there will be some form of a civil war. And it will all be instigated by the Democratic Party, by the left-wing side of society. And they've threatened this. They've threatened it. They've basically said, they said vote for Biden or else the riots are going to continue. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Americans, have a good day. Vote if you're going to vote. Don't vote if you're not going to vote. I'm not going to be one of those assholes that tells you to vote. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm watching from the sidelines, and I got my fingers crossed for your country. And I wish you the best. Don't vote communism.